have one of those movies that you wish you could say more about, but you don't want to spoil it for anybody? Yeah, that's this one. It is a movie that I have so much to say about. It is a movie that I could talk about for literally hours on end, about its themes, about everything that I love about it, every single little scene in detail, but it would ruin the experience for those who have not seen it, so. Please excuse me for keeping this one vague and not as detailed as some of my other reviews like Wind Rises or Princess Mononoke. But, oh man, this movie, this is one that I have heard about, and it is one that I was really excited to check out. And it lived up to what I wanted it to be. And more. To the point of making me into an emotional wreck. So, yeah, I'm sorry I have to keep this review short and vague, but trust me when I say this is one movie that you absolutely need to see if you haven't already. So let's talk about it. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Everybody, welcome back to me, Station, which is for anything animation, including TV and movies, and especially anime. I am your host and local anime fanatic, Jackson Small. Welcome to my review of The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, or Kaguya, however you pronounce it. Here's my written review. I'm not going to say anything more than what I already have written down because I do not want to spoil this movie for anybody. Here we go. This is going to be really tough to talk about, not just because I'm reviewing this on the day that we just lost Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, rest in peace to Ozzy. I originally was going to make like a short or something about it, but unfortunately I just don't have time right now. So rest in peace, Ozzy, and thank you for everything you gave us, man. Which is already screwing with me emotionally, but also because trying to explain this movie at all feels like an unjustified spoiler to the indescribably powerful ride that it takes you on. So I'm going to try to be as vague as possible and just cover the basics. But I'm just going to say right now this is easily top 5, if not top 3 best of Studio Ghibli. At least. So, what can I tell you about the story? Not much, pretty much just the basic. When a young baby sprouts from a bamboo stalk, she's immediately sent on a journey of growing up, learning customs of the land, friendship, family, and becoming a beautiful princess. That is literally all I can say without spoiling anything. Anything else, I'm going to be spoiling some part of the movie. So, again, I gotta keep it vague. The story is a wonderful retelling of the classic Japanese folktale. Yes, this is based on pre-existing literature. However, unlike Yamada's, it wasn't a manga. This one is actual traditional Japanese folklore, which I think is why a lot of people connected with it a lot deeper than some of these other movies. The voice acting is amazing in the dub, especially Chloe Grace Moretz. Yes, freaking Nimona is the voice of Princess Kaguya. And she does as amazing of a job as you expect her to. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. Animation is outstanding and conveys so much raw emotion. This movie feels like a moving watercolor painting, and I mean that as a positive. Like that one scene where something specific happens and it has to convey like a frantic, angry emotion. It nails it pretty freaking well. Not to mention, it also feels very loving and respectful of usual Japanese artistry. Which, I mean, is what you want in an anime movie, but this one a lot more than your usual anime movie. Pacing is one of the best examples of a slow burn done correctly. I've highlighted through the past 5 years that I've been reviewing movies on this channel that there are ways to do a slow burn correctly, and there are ways to do a slow burn horribly wrong. This is one of the best examples of how to do it the right way. Where am I? Writing is unapologetically adult with a brutal sense of realism. The tone perfectly shifts between happy and horrific, especially when you analyze its deeper themes, and not to mention the time period and the customs of the country that it was made in. The emotional moments all hit like a freight train. The ending is devastating. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm just going to say it's devastating. Rewatchability is high, and its messages about life and its harsh realities is phenomenally well told. Like, there is no surprise why this is another one of those Studio Ghibli movies that got nominated for an Academy Award. It's a masterpiece without any doubts, and just like both Wind Rises and Princess Mononoke, is one of those animated films that everyone needs to see at least once. If you can't watch it more than once, a lot like Grave of the Fireflies, I can understand. But you gotta watch it at least once. Also, as much as I genuinely love Big Hero 6, one of my favorite Disney movies ever, I'm baffled how it won Best Animated Feature over this, The Box Trolls, Song of the Sea, and How to Train Your Dragon 2. I don't know how that happened, I guess Disney bias, but I don't know. 2015 was a pretty stacked year for animated movies in the Best Animated Feature category. I adored this one, plain and simple. I adore it. I think it's an amazing movie that everyone needs to see. Final verdict, 11 out of 10. And would you believe me if I told you that we have a movie that's even better up next? Yeah, better than this. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about what I now consider the best movie Studio Ghibli has ever done. Yes, even over Princess Mononoke. Known as a simple little relationship story called When Marnie Was There.